Hello, everyone, and welcome to whatever episodes of this podcast we're on. Welcome. This is the You Don't Have to Be Right podcast, and I don't have to do this intro right, so don't get
This is
mad at
episode.
me.
This is episode 8.
It's 8. I
It's
knew it.
8. It's
Woohoo!
so
My
great.
official
It's 8.
podcaster voice. Dude, I'm 8.
No.
Teen?
Question
28?
mark? No.
Uh,
32.
Speaking of ages, Riz's birthday was on the on Saturday,
Oh
and
yeah.
we went out to Seattle.
Nice.
And we picked the worst day to go out to Seattle.
No. Why? Why was it the worst day?
Well, yeah, so we were trying to go to this. So we went to this cat cafe. Everything was great in the U District. U District was actually
It's a
pretty
cat
quiet.
cafe. I love it.
Yeah, it's a cat. You get like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
There's a cafe. You bring drinks in.
That's
Then you get
adorable.
45 minutes to play with cats. Or in our case, sometimes cats are just sleeping because they're cats.
Yeah. Well, I
But
mean,
we
they're
still
cats.
there was a dude just sitting on his back and he fully accepted belly rubs, so that cat's amazing.
Nice.
And like half the cats there are set for adoption, so the other half
Mhm.
are residents that just
I
kind of
actually
live at
really
the
like
cafe.
that, where you could walk in and be
Hmm.
like, "Oh, this cat's up for adoption. I'm going to take him home." You know.
And the cat's gonna be good natured with people because obviously it's been with people for a
Yeah.
long time before you met. So that's cool. Cat cafe, awesome, great experience. So what happened is in the Seattle Center, there is a Christmas thing going on, and Riz wanted it for the German
Oh,
food and stuff like that.
yeah.
Well, do you know what else is going on in Seattle?
What?
Uh, the Huskies and Cougars were playing. The Trans Siberian Orchestra was playing in
Oh, no.
the old key arena. I forget what it's called now. The
Yeah, Climate
Conservative
Pledge.
Pledge, Climate Pledge. There is a
Conservative
event going
Pledge?
on at the science. I don't know. Don't fuck me. I
Holy
don't care.
shit.
There's an event going on at the Science Center,
Okay.
and then also the Christmas event. The average price of parking, if you could find it, was $70. Needless to say, needless to say, we did not
Jesus
go to the Christmas
Christ.
event. We
$70.
$70.
That's worse than when the All-Star game was here.
Mhm. I looked for some
Oh,
parking. Like 5 blocks out, still couldn't find any parking.
fucking Christ. Fuck all of that. That all can fuck right off.
Mhm.
Wow.
Well, we did. So we left and we went up to Queen Anne, up the counterbalance, went up to Queen Anne Ave and got ice cream.
Oh, nice. There you go. There you go.
So we did that instead,
Yeah.
and then
Fuck
that was
me.
that.
That is brutal.
Yeah, so like I decided we'll
70
drive
fucking
around.
dollars.
Yeah, the Husky Cougar game plays into it because I was like, we'll drive around northern Seattle and like I'll show you the U District stuff. Because
Yeah, yeah.
Janny, when they first moved here, showed her all of my brother showed her all of downtown and stuff like that. So I was showing her, and we were driving, we were on 45th, driving across the bridge, and I just saw gridlock traffic on the other side of it because
Yeah.
that's where the Huskies had just let out, and I'm like, we're just getting on the freeway. We just gotta go. We gotta leave. We gotta get
Oh,
out of here.
absolutely. You had to leave. Like there's
Yeah.
no there's
There's
no messing with that. That's you're done. You're done.
I had the equivalent of like nom flashbacks of like
Yeah.
driving one of the buses out there on during that release, and like, we gotta
We
go.
gotta
The bombs are
go.
dropping.
Yeah. The bombs are dropping. Oh god, we gotta take cover, brother.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I got a new mic.
You did.
Got that. Oh, yeah, that there we go. Fit it in here somewhere. It's a nice
I like
mic. I
how
like it.
everything darkened.
Oh, of course, this big white thing next to this big white thing. Yeah, no, it's a nice mic. I really like it. Shure makes a good product. I've always liked Shure, and apparently this does really good on its noise gate because man, been good so far.
You're a noise gate.
In fact, I'm the opposite. I'm quite loud.
Well, I believe it's gonna on its noise gate because it's a different type of microphone.
It is. It's
So
specifically it's an omnidirectional, 'cause the one I was using is this guy. It's the same one as you. Same one as you. The Audio Technica XLR based cardetic mic. And this guy has a 360. This is great for like studio recording because it has a 360-degree you know, thing. Way of sensing. And so whenever it was facing me, all the audio Okay. All right. Yep. Yep. Deep throw the mic. All right. All the audio would come
for
around.
our audio listeners.
For our audio listeners, uh, Aaron was deep throating a microphone. Uh, but this guy is pointing directly at my face. It's meant for, this is where you speak. Speak into this part. And so
So
it's very good.
it's more than likely also a cardioid mic, but it has
Well,
like
no, it absolutely is, but it's directed at my
shotgun.
face. Yeah, it's a shotgun mic essentially.
Yeah, it's why like if you talk around it, it probably
Yeah,
sounds weird or something.
yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that ever again.
Well, I'm going to. When you least expect it.
I didn't like
Oh, you're
that at
gonna
all.
like it. So, oh god, no, stop. Still cuts out the sip.
At least Discord does.
Yeah, at least Discord does. Oh, okay. So, I have a joke for you
Oh
if
no.
you'd like to partake.
Go for it.
Okay. What's the difference between a piano, a tuna, and a bottle of glue?
I feel like this is a tuning a piano joke. I have no idea.
Yeah, you can tune a piano, but you can't piano a tuna.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about what I thought. That's what I thought that was gonna be. I hate you.
You haven't asked about the
Who
bottle of glue.
I'm not going
Well,
to.
you should.
What about the bottle of glue?
Usually what people get stuck on.
You know what?
Oh, I'm so
This is your
happy.
podcast, so
Yeah,
have a
it
nice
is.
time. I'm gonna
All
go.
right, see you later. Now let's talk about real stuff. Why is Aaron a dick? Oh, you're back. Anyway,
So
I heard that joke and I was like, this is stupid. It's horrible, and I need to tell it on the podcast.
so
Yeah.
I can tell you why I'm a dick first.
Oh no. It was not
There's
an
a
actual
person.
question. Abort.
So
Abort.
no. This is fine. You made me think about something.
Okay.
So there's a person. I'm gonna leave them nameless here. That's basically been like uh me adjacent, right? They've talked to all the Minecraft people I know. They've talked to people who I play Phasmophobia with and stuff like that, right?
You
So
mean so
they've
they've never
naturally heard. They
directly
never well
interacted with
up until
you?
this week. They never
Gotcha.
directly interacted.
Gotcha.
So one day, like, and Riz is their mod in
Yeah,
their
yeah,
Discord
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. And so one day they joined my Discord. I'm like, who's this person? And Riz explains to me what's going on. They're like, yeah, they're just trying to like be subtle and naturally meet you. First of all, don't joining someone's Discord is not subtle.
Nope.
They want to naturally meet. So uh I am a dick because I had Riz invite me to the Discord server like 2 days later when they didn't say anything. And I went, is this naturally meeting with alternating upper and lowercase
Yep,
letter?
that's absolutely being a dick. I'm sorry, but that is being a dick. That is dick move, bro.
I messaged Durka and was like, "Is this why people think I'm abrasive when I meet them?"
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. I don't know how else to tell you, but yeah, it is. Yep. Yep.
but I mean, if we met naturally, technically,
Did you?
what is okay? Well, now I have another question,
Yeah.
Mister Jodo or Wesley Wes.
I mean,
What
Jodo's fine.
what is naturally meeting?
Well, I'm going to be completely frank. I don't know, but if I had to hazard, fucking piece of
New tech problems. Oh boy, I'm so excited.
no, it's just the mic arm. I needed to tighten it.
Yeah, lock it. There's probably a screw you can lock it down
I did
on the
lock it
arm.
down.
Lock it down. Lock it.
Okay. But so I don't know what naturally meeting is, but if I had to take a guess at naturally meeting, it would be such as you and I. We met through school. We
That's true.
didn't know each other. We didn't have any mutual friends that tried to set us up to be friends. We just naturally gravitated towards one another once we found out we both hated football because everybody hated us. So, that was how we met, and that's how we naturally became friends. You know.
So we met off of survival
Yeah, pretty much.
instinct.
Yeah. No, I mean, what else would you call it? What else would you call it? Like that's what it is. That's what it is.
We met because it was that or be bullied
Or be
forever.
bullied. Yeah, pretty much. So why not be bullied in solidarity with someone than alone? There we go.
That is
So
true.
I would say that's more meeting naturally, or like you go out to a party at your friend's house and you bump into someone. You're like, hey, let's go on a date, and they met naturally. Stuff like that. It's not like getting set up like, oh, hey, X
Not
introduced
joining
to
someone's
Y.
Discord and
Okay,
saying
all
just
right, all
naturally.
right. I'm not getting in the middle
Yeah.
of this. I'm not getting in the
We
middle of
okay,
this because
look,
I don't
look.
have the
I've
clout. I
joined
will
their
be ruined
stream.
by this.
I've joined their stream. We've talked. It's all fine. It was all
Perfect,
fine.
perfect.
Just a
But I
bit.
I
The
cannot
bit.
I cannot I cannot weigh in because I'll be ruined. You'll be fine. I'll be ruined
Why will you be
because I'm a
ruined?
nobody.
I'm a
You're
nobody.
associated with a mod.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
don't no 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 no.
I did have every mod react to that comment though. I'm really shocked. Riz didn't say anything in the mod chat. He says, "I'm really shocked a mod didn't bot me
Yeah.
and just be like,
Well.
you're done.
Yeah.
You're done, buddy."
Yeah. Well, they didn't. They
Riz says, "Shit kicked me."
Yeah, well.
I stole your microphone, by the way, honey. So you know. She just Riz walked back in the room. Work.
Like
So
what?
my microphone. How
My
dare you?
microphone. How could you do this? Yeah. So that is what I would think meeting naturally would be. So
I disagree with you.
okay.
I don't know. I
I,
think
d-
meeting
I
naturally is
fucking
joining someone's
disagree.
Discord
You throw
and
down. What is it? What is it?
it's when you meet in the river and the first time I you see each other from across the river and
Do
you
I
are in
have
nature,
any
so
means
thus
of
you
ending
are
this
naturally
conversation?
meeting.
Do I have any means of ending this conversation besides kicking you from the server?
You can't kick me from the server. We have the same rights. We're both
I
administrators.
can dissolve the server. Hold on. Let me just do that.
Yeah, we could. Yeah. Alright, guys. We've
Yeah,
been
that's
great
it. That's it.
episodes.
Oh, that's sucking
Rage
it.
Cubby made a river naturally meeting joke,
My
and
joke was fine, but yours was over the line.
you literally piano tuna joked me. We're like, you can tune, you can tune a piano, but you can't
You
tune
didn't
a
ask about the
piano a
glue.
tuna.
You didn't ask about the
Yeah,
glue.
it's because I've heard the joke
I don't
before,
care.
and
You're
I
supposed to
just
ask about the
didn't
glue.
care.
You're supposed to ask about the glue. You dick.
You are the worst.
Oh, can confirm. Yes, I am the worst. You know, comes with the territory. I wanted to talk a little about Stellaris.
Oh yeah, I did
Yeah.
see you install that again.
Well,
That big old thing. I have to glasses while you talk about
I
this.
need to install all the mods from everything. But I want to get back into Stellaris. Stellaris is a wonderful game, and we need to have the second one come out. I mean, God. So what's happening in Stellaris is what happened to Sins of a Solar Empire. Sins of a Solar Empire, I love that game. I still love that game. It didn't age very well at this point.
For the people at home, what are you talking about?
A massive space opera game. Basically, think of Age of Empires on a galactic scale.
Yeah, or it's a top-down real-time strategy game where
RTS.
you're
Yeah.
controlling army, but Stellaris is more of a empire building and stuff like that.
Yes. So, what's happening to Stellaris is what happened to Sins of a Solar Empire. They started adding and adding and adding, and really it started just kind of becoming too much. Like Sins of a Solar Empire, when it ended, it needed to have ended way before that, and the next game in that saga needed to come out.
It's because
Um,
there's too many pieces cobbled together.
Yes and no. I mean, the additions they make to Stellaris are not bad. Not bad at all. I think that they make very good decisions on their additions to Stellaris. However, I think that it's been long enough that we need to have that next game come out, because now you can revamp all the graphics, revamp the playstyle a little bit, make it a little more interesting, have everything that everybody liked as the base game, and then you can start branching out with more DLCs. But it's just it's time for the next one. I really want to play Stellaris again. I love Stellaris, but now I have to download all those freaking mods, and it's just daunting. Because there's so many quality of life improvement mods that I've played with so much that I can't play without now. Like condensing all the menus is one of them.
Well, also without those mods, half the time in the end game, that game just breaks
Either it
because
breaks
it's
by
just
just killing you or breaks by you killing it,
or it just freezes.
or just freezes because there's so much going.
I I bless your soul trying to make me play Stellaris, but
Oh, I don't
I
want you to
didn't
play
get it.
Stellaris.
I'm
You're gonna play Hoi
I'm
4 with
so
me, and you're
glad.
gonna like it.
Oh no.
Yep, yep. You know how we were talking about we're gonna have a musical podcast? We're gonna have a Hoi 4 podcast. We're gonna get to the point where you're
Hmm.
France and I'm
I do not
Britain
think
holding the
I do not
line.
think that is a very good idea.
Well, it doesn't matter 'cause it's happening. Wow, I just hate what we did there. Anyway,
You see, music podcasts would be easy.
yeah, we're both music majors. Of course it's gonna be easy. Is it the thing we should do? No, it really is not. I'm gonna drink my coffee and okay.
We could do a little jazz beat. Do 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 do.
Uh-huh.
No, you know what we have to do? We have to do the musical to the Discord menu, like the
Oh yeah.
Discord.
Da 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 da
That that
da 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 da
but somehow we
da.
would have to sync everyone to the same music, otherwise it'd be really off for
We
everyone.
just what we do is we record it and then we
I would just
play it.
play.
Yeah, that's all you do.
No,
No, I
no.
absolutely. Uh,
I also I feel like I should bring this up. I should apologize if I look tired and have low energy today. It is because I am trying to reduce my caffeine input
ah,
considerably.
I
So
I
yeah, I
apologize if I look like shit because I just came from work. God,
yeah you did.
what a bear
I
we make.
I realized I did some math. I was doing drugs, doing 500 milligrams of caffeine a day.
Jesus Christ, 500 milligrams?
Yeah, well, I was just drinking so much. Like I was having 300 milligrams worth of this energy like supplement, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
like 200 throughout the day. So I have completely cut off soda, besides the one can I had last night, which I found just laying on the ground. Like a crack addict, I took the floor
Yeah,
soda.
that's fair. Yeah.
Um, and then just Riz got an espresso for her birthday, and I've been trying to limit myself to either a single, double, or two singles of that. I'll probably have a third a day, at least because that's like a shot is like 80 milligrams of caffeine. So yeah, I cut my caffeine in half.
I mean, and to be completely candid, I drink a lot of caffeine throughout the day too, so, you know.
I know. I was like, it's pretty easy to be like, maybe that's why I can't sleep at night because
Yeah.
I have 500 milligrams of caffeine a
Yeah,
day.
that very well could be.
And even if it's all in the morning, your body's like,
Yeah.
because the half life of caffeine is like 8 to 12 hours, but that's the half. So like you still have some residuals after that.
I've never had a problem drinking caffeine and then going to bed. It's weird. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just inherently tired.
ADHD.
Yep. Half-Life 3. God damn it. I looked over the
Nah,
chat
you
and
read
it's
the
like
comments. You
Half-Life
read the
3
comments.
confirmed
You
and
broke the
it was a
rules.
good joke. It was a
You
good
broke the
joke.
rules.
Oh, that's all I
You
got
meant to
for you.
steal it and make your own joke because they're the
Yeah,
comments.
because
They don't matter.
that's fair to Liquid. She really wants us to. Oh god. Anyway, um, so anyway, that's my view on how Stellaris is going, and expect a Hoi 4 uh podcast stream? Question mark?
We would be able to do that because an unfortunate circumstance of us doing this in Discord is it's really easy to put up, just share our screen.
Yeah.
I'm also wondering if we should just start streaming this on YouTube.
Probably. Probably
Yeah.
discuss that. We had discussed that.
Get an actual overlay and then stream them.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Make editing
We'll
super, super good.
yeah, I'll also make because I'm pretty sure you can just make things in portrait. You can make clipping easy because you can just literally click a button and I can clip it for shorts and stuff. Maybe you know what?
You don't have to be right.
We'll figure that out. We'll see what happens. There might be a I don't know if me and Joe can somehow get together not on a Tuesday. Maybe there'll be an extra like a test stream on YouTube
God,
really quick.
I'm booked.
Are you booked?
No.
Are you sure?
Oh, speaking of booked, I'm here tonight. You should totally play me in as a NPC. And I should just show up and be like, "Sup, dicks," and then leave.
Oh, hold on. It's because I'm in the call. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll talk it later. I'll have to talk after the podcast about what to do. Because, yeah, there's an opportunity to do that.
What's up, dicks? So I had tried to convince. So I say this a lot, but I also am on another podcast, Reroll Gaming,
Yeah,
and
we know.
they have a flagship. Thanks. They have a flagship, and then they have a whole bunch of side projects. And I am not associated with flagship at this current time. I'm associated with all the side projects. Now, excuse me. I
How does it
told the
feel to be
GM.
the side hoe?
Yeah, that's my lot in life. But I told the GM that I was like, you should have me on and be just a bad guy at some point. I should just be an antagonist of the story, or just some dick they have to like get through, like convince to like do the things, you know. Like friggin' like you walk up and there's this baron that's kind of like you need to have access to X thing in your city, and I just sit there and go, yes, well, it is going to cost you, just be just an absolute prick.
No.
Or be just an insane man, and that's it. That's the cameo. This insane person comes in, yes, I'm going to do this, and then just turns them all into frogs and leaves. Doesn't even attack them, just turns them to frogs and leaves. I was
The only
trying to
problem
pitch that. Yeah.
is right now they're in the middle of a dungeon,
Yeah.
so it'd be really hard to.
Game.
I know.
So
Don't worry about it.
okay.
Don't worry about it, friend.
I'm just saying, you have the opportunity.
Don't worry about it.
You have the opportunity tonight.
I'll figure something out. I'll see if I can figure. We'll figure something. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. You never know what happens on the Dreamland Nightmare Express.
Choo choo.
You never know.
You never know what happens in the choo choo.
Because I also have to figure out because I'm missing a player tonight, so I have to make sure we don't like. I either have to like make sure we don't progress too much or make a backdoor. Sorry, Jodo, you could just be Bluey's character for the day.
Oh, is Bluey not going? Oh.
Maybe she's got a wild rough work schedule this week, so
That's a bummer. I like Bluey.
Yeah. I heard that. Yep, that may have another. How is it?
Yeah.
The silence. The silence. I can't stop talking because of the silence, but I can't word.
Words are hard.
I can't word right now.
I'll just be your hold music.
How is your future endeavor of a campaign and DMing going?
Are you am the dumb? Because I am are the dumb. I basically what I'm waiting for right now. Right now, I need to confirm. I don't know what that was. I need to confirm who is going to play, because I have the world. I have the idea of what they're going to do. I just need to confirm who's going to play, and I have 3 to 4 people. I need to figure out how I make these schedules work. That's what I need to do. As soon.
It sounded like Sunday morning.
If I'm going to do the fourth person, it has to be Sunday evening. That's the problem. It might not include that fourth person, and I hope it will, because it would be very fun to have that fourth person along. But so that's what I'm trying to do right now. But yeah, everything's there. I am G2G. I also need to study up on Pathfinder Specifically, there was something specific that I needed to put. Like, I think it was specifically the combat rules. But
All the core rule book.
well, no, I mean I know how to do the social stuff, and I know how to do the skill checks and all that. So
Do you know how to do intelligence check or like investigation type checks?
how do you mean?
There's no investigation in Pathfinder.
Yeah, they got rid of that.
Yeah, so if you
It's
want
like
to,
you have to break it into a subsect of a skill, which is
and,
always
and
fun.
so I've discovered
Yeah.
if you want, seeking is a role that people can do, and I believe you can change your basically if someone seeks for something, you can make it an intelligent base role because they're taking time to look and observe and stuff.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense. It's kind of like Star Wars in that instance.
yeah,
There's no like, oh, I'm going to remember this, no recall or anything like that. It's
well,
just you have to
society has recall knowledge as a sub thing, but it's really
right.
just a society skill check.
Yeah, but there's no like it's the same thing with
It's
Star
weird,
Wars. They
man.
got rid of it.
It's weird.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
I like it, but it's weird. It's just it's very different to deal with. I think like I can't just like just roll it intelligent.
Yeah. I want to do a session 0 in December. I'm going to wait until
Yeah.
all my checks, my tests are done.
I
Um
have
so, yeah, go ahead.
probably 3 characters to play. So let me know what you need.
Well,
Let me know if the other people are all DPS. So I can roll. I got a paladin idea.
nice.
I got a witch idea. I can make a cleric idea that I have like half made from this morning. So
Nice.
hmm
Ugh.
I will tell you, healing is at least at low levels in Pathfinder is very much nerfed to the floor. There's
Well,
not a lot of healing.
I you can make the same argument for, D&D.
No, yeah, I know. I just think so. In Pathfinder, by the way, another thing with spells, you know how you could ready a spell once and cast it as many times as you had spell slots.
Yeah,
That does not work in Pathfinder. If you want to cast the spell more than
you
once,
have to
you must
ready it
prepare it
multiple times.
again. Yep. So
I do not like the spell system in Pathfinder.
I think it's okay because the spells in Pathfinder are very powerful. Like when you get to third level spells, like things get nutty. So it makes you pick of like what utility you want to bring or what just raw damage you want to bring.
Sure, but I'd prefer, and this is just coming from me, I'd prefer to have a less potent spell and be able to cast any spell that I have prepared rather than having to prepare Fireball 3 times and not use it once because we didn't run into a situation with me needing Fireball. You know what I'm saying? So I'd
But
rather have
the
Fireball
trade-off
do.
is most wizards can swap out spell slots at short rests or in 10 minutes.
I mean, yeah, but that takes 10 minutes. So if you're in the middle of something, you're in the middle of something. Like, hey, if I had Featherfall immediately right here,
Well,
because
Featherfall is a cantrip, I think.
I don't think cantrip. Do they make
I
Featherfall a
don't have to be
cantrip?
right.
Yeah, I don't have to be right either. It's just I'd prefer to have weaker spells and access to my full prepared spell book.
hmm
Because if I have Fireball prepared and I also have some other spell that it comes in really handy in this situation prepared, I would rather it be slightly less potent, but me able to use that instead of me being blocked because I had X amount of spell slots and I prepared Fireball thinking we were going to be
It's
fighting
a
this thing
personal
instead of
spell.
running. So that's a personal thing from me. It just means that my next Pathfinder character just won't be a spellcaster or a half caster. He'll probably be a half caster. So or a barbarian, something like that, or a bard. I need to try out bard. I mean, if I'm doing pure support, there you go. So
You can make a bard character too. That
bards apparently are very fun to play. I would love to try and play a bard. So that's I think either that or who's the other one though? That or why did we just
I muted. I muted. I muted to move my mic. My
Oh,
apologies.
you're good. I was just
Watch.
like, my brain broke. Oh. Oh, it didn't do it for me.
Yeah, I don't it puts I think
Because your
that's an
first you go to the
yeah, it's
first
the
slotted
reason
of
I'm
the
like
muted and then yeah. Anyway, the generally, I think barbarian or bard is what my next character is going to be.
BB.
I really love paladins though.
You do.
I do be
And I
like
just
that.
reworked everything.
Maybe I'll play paladin. Who knows?
It's all in the errata
Yeah.
context. 'Cause they got rid of alignments. We talked about that last week, though. So let's not talk about it again.
Okay, let's talk about something different. You don't have
I
to,
have in
right?
my notes simply sexy Medusa.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
I, no, I don't want to talk about it. I just kind of want to move on.
No, 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 no. You're not going to move on. You're going to talk about it.
No, I
Where
never
did
started
sexy?
recording, so I hope your recording
Where
doesn't break.
where does sexy Medusa come in?
So,
Yeah.
if Medusa, what's the whole bit with Medusa? You stare at her eyes, you go turn to stone, right?
Huh?
If Medusa was sexy, I wouldn't have a problem not staring at her eyes.
Hmm. Pretty sure that's not the fact.
Not how that works.
No, that's not how that
Are you
works.
sure?
I'm definitely sure. Because I'm pretty sure she was. What is Medusa Greek? I'm pretty sure she was sexy.
I think you know who knows.
Well, yeah. I mean, the bloke that
Big
killed her
snake
did.
lady.
Big
The
snake.
bloke that killed her.
Yeah, the bloke that killed her knew.
I like this because this kind of correlated with your like sexualization of gaming last week about like
Yeah.
how like everyone draw like it's like creatures like you have like two options now in video games of like either you over sexualize a creature or you make it a horrific monster.
Yep.
And I'm like, when can we just have normal monsters back?
No, apparently not. Either you need to have big booba, or you need to have no booba. Like that's your option. Yeah, that's your fucking option now. Like Jesus Christ, it's just like okay, yeah. Like when
For
I'm
the person who
fighting an
plays,
owlbear, there was a picture, and it's I think it was Roll20 had it, but when I'm fighting an owlbear, I don't care about its cleavage. Really don't. Really don't.
no, they did not. They did not give an owlbear.
It was. I think it was on Roll20. I think it was on Roll20.
Why? Why?
Over sexualization of characters. I don't fucking know.
It's an owl bear.
Yeah, well, guess what? Owlbear got them titties now. So welcome to fucking this world that we live in. Christ. It's just I don't like it. I don't like it, Sam I am. Rather eat my
Owl
green
bear
eggs and
got
ham.
them titties.
Well, I'm
So
just saying. It's just that's how it is. Like I don't know what to tell you, man. That's what it feels like. It's like there you go. There's
this is
tits for
why
tits.
the owl bears are the reason you got to keep the youth away from Dungeons and Dragons.
The Utes. Goddamn Utes. Uh,
God damn them sexy owl bears.
stupid sexy owlbear. God damn it. So stupid. Just hate. Just hate. That's all I have for it is hate.
Sorry, the mic just keeps moving. I
You
apologize.
mind not beating your microphone?
It's just.
Were you
Have you
cosplaying as
seen the size of it?
you cosplaying as Chris Brown over there?
Okay. You know,
God, that was horrible.
I'm just gonna look
What?
at my phone until
Why?
this moment passes.
What? No, this
I'm
moment
just
ain't
gonna wait.
passing.
You're not
He
wrong.
did a he did a bad thing. Fuck that guy.
Fair.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know. Chris Brown, if you're watching this, fuck you. I don't know what to say. Demonetized.
I have you think that I think the sexy Medusa got us demonetized.
The owlbear with cleavage.
Curse you, owl
Curse
bear.
you, owlbear.
We need to get like a sticker of me being like
Yeah.
curse you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. So
The fever dream started, Joe. We're both the right amount of tired.
We're fucked. Here we go.
No, this is when the show gets good.
This is where people actually watch.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
good.
oh god. So, I have a question for you. For for our Patreon. Let's talk about our Patreon, if you don't mind. Um,
That you can sign up for by,
no, 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 not like
link
that,
in the
you
just
dick.
no, actually, okay, actually, okay,
God. For our
sorry,
Patreon,
sorry.
I think we should do little videos for our Patreon. And I think that we should do
Fair.
all the content that people are describing. I don't think we do the musical for free. Because if I'm gonna make an ass of myself, someone's gonna have to pay money for that.
We already talked about this. We talked about it's like we'll be out for free, but it's gonna be a Patreon goal. Like once we get the certain money of paid Patreon members, then we'll release it to everyone.
Yeah, okay.
That makes sense to me. You just want to contain your embarrassment to just people who pay you money.
No, well, yes and no. Let's be honest.
Mm.
Yes and no. Um, yeah, okay. I just want to do more with the Patreon because I feel like all we're doing is giving them a video a week. I
No,
want to
yeah,
do
you're
more
right.
with that. Um,
We could
you know,
do. We also both don't need to be involved in like Patreon. We can like do solo things. Like do a like if we see something we have like random podcast slots that wouldn't work on a podcast. Like maybe
that's true.
Sexy Medusa could have been a
Sexy.
solo thing
I mean, if
because
you
it
want to talk
really
about
was just
sexy Medusa, you go ahead, make a
no.
video.
I honestly I didn't have anything besides it was just a bit, and like that's the problem is like half my notes I look at them and like it's just a bit that
Just
I
a
don't
bit.
remember by the time I get to the podcast. So I'm like I'm not gonna like how to stop Rainbow Pea. Remember that last week? Like if I had actually like picked up my
I don't
phone
think
and
we
just
ever
started,
discussed that.
I don't remember what it was, dude.
Well, how to stop Rainbow P discuss.
Okay, I think we should at least get rid of the red part. That's the most important. That's probably the blood,
If you have red in
right?
your pee, yes, you need to get rid of that.
Yeah, well, it's rainbow. So I in my brain,
Yeah. Continue.
it's the colors are spiraling. So we have to like remove the colors from the spiral.
Colors are spot. Is your penis from a duck?
No, no, but
That's the question that I've got for you.
no, it's what it is. I'm just
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
is how else would it be rainbow?
Well, let's see.
Are you just
Chemicals,
saying like
the
different
psychedelics you're
sections of the
on.
pea? Like wouldn't it just look like an oil slick if all the colors are just mixed together?
And you know what the sheen of an oil slick is? Rainbow.
Is it really?
Yes.
So maybe just stop drinking oil is how we solve the problem.
Hmm.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Jodo, I just had the best idea for a segment
We're
for
not
us.
drinking
This
oil.
no. We make a segment where we have people ask us questions that don't make sense and we make an answer to it.
Oh Jesus!
Like how to
Okay.
stop rainbow pea is a question that's not
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
It doesn't imply but we just figure out how to stop it. We figure out what it looks like. We figure oh
We
my god.
figure out what it look. All right, I'm in. I'm in.
I'm
We have to do that. We have to make a channel for that.
we have to find a good we'll find a name for it. Well, and next week is I brought the rainbow pea. You have to bring up the next one
I
next week,
got
and then we'll
one.
start workshop. And then we'll save it, write it down, save it
Yes,
for
dear.
next week.
Yes, dear.
Because this actually kind of goes into what I want to talk to you about.
Rainbow pea.
Because you
Anyway, pauses.
okay. So in the I was thinking that we have a very unstructured podcast, and I'm totally fine with like 90% of it being structured. Like even and we'll just claw the structure back because as much as we are two white guys who made another podcast,
Yeah,
and
that's yeah.
there's literally thousands of these podcasts out.
There
So I'm
is.
thinking we need segments. And I was thinking, uh, not this was completely out of context, but um, you like game, right?
I like what?
You like game shows.
Oh yeah, I love game shows. Oh my bad.
What game show would you run? Because you love like Taskmaster. If you had
Oh, I would fucking be dope on a rope at being the Taskmaster.
But we can't be we can't make people do tasks because
Fuck
we're
yeah, we
like
can.
Well, I also think that's, like, run through because, like, I'm just trying to see, like, if we had a show type segment
Yeah,
that like, that type of stuff, like, would you like? Because like, I was just, like, thinking, like, if you ran your own game show,
yeah.
this was the idea of the conversation, what would you run? What would you put in it?
So is this a game show that you're the only contestant, or do we have other contestants?
Oh, I mean, that's up to it's your game show. That's what I'm saying. I'm not right now, let's
Mm.
not think about the podcast. Think about just, like, if you had, like, a couple, like, a small TV show budget, what would you do kinda thing?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm thinking big, and then we'll bring it down, then we can start, like,
I mean, I would
small triangle.
I would like to, if I was able to like know I if I was able to do the game show that I want, I would wanna do a
Mhm.
Taskmaster game show. Now that's not gonna happen. I just wanted to put that out there.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if
yeah.
Taskmaster if I had ever gotten onto Taskmaster and they're like, "We need a Taskmaster US, and you're gonna do it," I'd be like, "Hell yeah, I'm gonna do it." That type of thing. But that obviously is never gonna happen. I'm not a comedian. I'm not funny. I'll never get on that show. Um, so the second thing that I really love, I love Jeopardy. I love Wheel of Fortune. I like puzzle games, you know? Now, in the United States, compared to the rest of the world, we like to amp up the thing, right? So think about
Owlbear titties?
Albert titties. Think like if you did Taskmaster, but if it was an escape room.
And they had guns, and you were gonna die
And
50
they
minutes if you didn't
had
escape.
guns.
You
Jesus.
said America.
Yeah,
I
America.
mean,
So something for this form, I would think like a trivia game show. I think that would be easy to do. I think that's something that's generic enough that no one could say that we're copying them, and I think it would be something that would be easy to get achieved. That
and then because we're Americans, we bring guns into it. Kill the co-host if they get her
Jesus Christ, I don't have a
too
co-host.
much. Oh,
You're the
I'm
contestant.
oh, true. Oh, then, I'm safe. Because I'm trying to think about, I don't know, I'm wood shopping stuff.
Oh,
Workshopping, not wood
wood
shop.
shopping. Jesus Christ.
I can tell let me tell you, I have been having a hard time speaking English lately.
You don't say.
I miss the caffeine. No, but like I was trying to say ebb and flow on I was me and Dirk were doing a stream
Oh,
together, and I
okay,
was trying to
okay,
say like
okay.
ebb and flow of stuff. It's fine. Like I was building a base.
Hmm?
Didn't say ebb. You want to know what word I did say? The edge and flow.
Got to get the edge of that flow.
Mm-hmm. Didn't make any sense.
Nope.
Made Dirk laugh a lot.
Yeah, because it didn't make any fucking sense.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Sure, that's why.
Oh God. Oh yeah. Oh, I can make a really stupid game. All right, I got it. I got a game show idea, and you're going to be the contestant. We could also have people on to be the contestants.
Yeah, let's cross that bridge when we get there.
Oh, no.
I think it'd be a fun thing to do if we could do something because engagement.
Oh,
To like have it so like people can either make questions or they can do whatever, blah
yeah.
blah blah, all that stuff.
Hmm.
So that's kind of why I like the idea of having the audience give us questions that don't make any sense that we have to make the answers to. So that's why I like stuff like having a like from the Discord was a great idea, but we never did the segment because
Yeah.
we never poked people on Discord to do it. That's my bad. And so all that type of stuff I think is a good idea. So I think we do that.
Okay. I'm down for that. I'm absolutely down for that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I will, because I have already like a good, um,
You're literally writing stuff down now, aren't you?
well, I mean, I have a good
No.
idea, and it's basically, one of the parts of the game show is who quoted it. And
Oh
I'm just
no.
going to go back and I'm going to ask you, was this you or me? And I'm going to read you a quote.
That means you have to listen to our own voices. That or you're literally writing down quotes
I've
as
been
we're
writing down
talking.
quotes for a long time now.
You're just stealing my content for your other podcast.
Content. I think this is
I just
content.
like how every episode we bring up either your other podcast or we bring up something else, which
I
is totally
mean
fine.
I mean,
I don't
it's it
I don't
yeah.
actually care.
I mean, it's just the it feeds into this because it's another podcast I'm doing. I don't know. It's just I don't know what to say.
I'm really glad I didn't hear what Riz said. Sure, it was insulting to me.
Yes.
She said something during your spiel, and I completely like
That's fine.
lost focus. Let me tell you another side effect of not having caffeine from
Yeah.
a ADHD person's perspective.
Yep.
I lose stimulus, which means I lose concentration. I My ADHD symptoms flare up like wild now. Like in the past like week, I've been doing this anti-caffeine push. It has, it's real bad.
Maybe
Like
you don't do as hard of a push. I don't know.
maybe I don't know. I've been lowering some. I've also been like, if I'm tired or need to focus, I'll like cleave a little bit, but not really cleave.
There it is. There
Fl-
it is.
Hey, hey,
Yep.
okay.
There it fucking is. You run a game tonight, I hope you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some caffeine before
Okay.
that game. I also the problem is I woke up like a normal human today. I woke up before 8 o'clock in the
Wow,
morning.
I woke up at 7.
Yeah, that's wild to
Yeah.
me.
I mean, I was also up until 2 AM, but that's all right.
Well, that's because you wanted to be Americans here. We firefighter cup
I
Jodo.
I'm I'm not a
West
firefighter. I pretend to be a firefighter.
on TP. Did you stay
I,
at Holiday Inn
I,
Express?
no, I just do everything they do, but don't get paid for it. Yeah,
Oh,
isn't that
do they at least
great?
give you a little gold star?
No, usually they just
No.
yell at you. You know, welcome to America.
Have you ever just like when they're yelling at you, but like like I could just leave.
Yep, yep, absolutely. I absolutely have. Like I didn't do this. Well, who someone did? Well, you talk to the people who get paid, not the person that can just leave. Oh, okay.
talk, talk to the people who are paid to be
Mm-hmm.
here,
Yeah.
not the ones that are here out of the kindness of their heart.
Yeah. That's fine. So game show, good idea.
Yep. Yep. I like it.
ADHD
I like it.
sucks.
Oh, wild.
Now, I have a question.
I have an answer. The silence.
The
Deafening.
silence, the deafening silence. Um, with this game show, how long of a segment would you want? Like 10 minutes?
As long as it needs to be. We've done
Excellent.
hour-long streams. We've done 4-hour-long. Podcast. This isn't a stream. What's a stream?
I don't know. I need to
Like
stream
we can
more.
literally like we have
What? What?
duh.
Oh, okay.
You're always gone. Like you made your stream day Monday, and then you're always gone on
Yeah,
Monday.
well, I want to get hired, so I might stream tonight actually.
I'm streaming. I'm hosting a
I'm
game.
gonna
Remember?
anti-stream you.
That's okay.
I'm gonna be like, this dickhead streaming. I'm
Like, please. I just Tuesdays.
look at this
Don't speak.
dickhead.
Damn, don't speak. Like we could co-stream any other night, just not on Tuesdays when I'm trying to think, and then I just hear, "I'm a shadow for it." I'm like, uh.
I'm gonna record it and it's gonna be a segment.
What? No, no, you better, you asshole.
You can't get mad if it's content.
I can get mad if it's content.
I'm just gonna sit over here and you're gonna say something. I'm just gonna go, oh.
Joe, it's been fun sharing an office with you, but
You can counteract this by just having me play an NPC.
yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'll figure something out. It'll be fun.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I have an idea. I
Oh,
have ideas.
yeah.
I just
Yeah, that's all right.
I'd have
You
to
don't
fill your head
you
with
you
some
you you
more,
don't you
or
don't you
you
don't have to. It's fine. I think it's funny that I'll just sit across here and just, "Oh, is that what he did?
hate you.
It seems like a really shitty reward. You should ask for more."
I actually don't have the reward for what they're
Uh,
doing set up yet, so that's probably
Deck
something
of
I
many
should do.
things.
That's all you ever want. I
Fuck
don't
yeah,
think
it
that's
is.
that's not I don't think that's in
No,
Pathfinder.
it's not. And in all honesty, it shouldn't really be in a normal game because it is a game ender. Like either you kill one character, you kill the whole party, or that character ascends to godhood. That's essentially what happens with the
I
deck of many
gave
things.
you a card of doom to see what would happen.
I didn't get Doom.
I was really so when I gave you the deck of many things, I was really hoping you drew the one where you'd like and just like turn to crystal and vanish or
Yeah.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
like that one. Because that's just like all of a sudden that's the campaign.
Yeah.
Like everything I do, we can just throw out the window till later. Like we have a 12 episode thing
Yeah.
of like, Riz doing communion or sending and trying to figure out where you are. Like, Emily could have done her like little like thing to figure out where you were.
Instead, I got 3 levels and a dickhead to follow me around.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
it happened.
Yeah.
And then, people were like, "Well, let me draw." I was like, "No, no, no, no. We've done our luck on this. Our time is coming." All it takes is someone to just say, "I'm drawing 13 cards out of that deck," and you must draw them.
Yep.
Like, that's all it takes.
It's like having an equipment that has the wish spell on it or something, and the character mutters, "Man, I wish we had this," and then the spell just goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. There was a, a necklace. It was it a necklace? I think it was a necklace of fireball, but it had an activation word, and we didn't know the activation word. Well, our wizard was like, "Ah, I'll just put it on. I'll just, attune with it." So the wizard attuned with it, and the activation word was open. And so we were walking through, I think, just a random fucking house, like a dungeon, but it was like just a random wooden fucking house. He pointed at a door and he said, "Let's open that door," and it fireballed the door. And he's like, "Oh God, no!" And we're like, what did you do that for?" And he's like, "I didn't do that. I just asked you to open." And then he took out almost half of our team because his hand was pointing down. Thankfully, he was an elemental wizard, so we just got burn damage. We didn't actually get hit by the fireball. We just had to run out of that damn building. And that was the appropriate way for someone who idiotically wore something they didn't know how to use. So it was quite funny. We accidentally burnt down that person's house. So, what's a little
Bluey
arson?
Bluey stole one of the magical items that they got
Mm,
in level 1,
nice.
and it was a hat of disguise. We never got to the point where, because like the activation is like the word is like probably something magical. So Bluey never got to the point of actually having it activate randomly, but she kept wondering what it was. I was like, well, maybe like if you let one of the wizards actually
Yeah, actually look at it.
like identify it,
Yeah,
you know what it is.
you'd
So
actually, you'd actually take a
she
look at
just
it.
wanted it because of the hat, which is
Oh,
totally
she just wanted the
understandable. I
hat.
understand.
Yeah, I mean,
She
that's
wanted the
fair.
hat. It was fun because the magic users got to try to stealthily check what the hat is. It just
Yeah,
fail at it for a
yeah.
whole. I don't know. It was found. It was figured out though. But still can't say what it is on this podcast. But I really like the item, the cursed item I gave my
You can
players.
message it to me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you can message it to me.
it's just I might have told you what it is. It's disguised as a bag of holding. At
Oh,
this
that
point, they know
thing. Yeah,
it's
yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
At
yeah,
this
yeah,
point,
yeah,
they
yeah,
know
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
cursed.
yeah,
They
yeah,
just
yeah.
don't know what it is yet.
Oh,
Technically,
I
so I
hope
can't.
they figure it out. They should definitely go inside it.
Well, someone has put like probably 30 items inside of it that are miscellaneous things like
Oh, okay.
fish
Just random
and
stuff.
just random stuff. So I'm really excited for that to conclude in some way.
Yep.
I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'll decide it on the spot. That's usually the best. I have like a couple options. So what I'll
Mhm.
do is this is my DMing tactic. If I have like because I have ADHD and my brain just spews out ideas all the time, I'll usually like make if I have like some things that I want to do, I mark it and then I'll like roll a d20 and have the dice decide which of the three I do.
Mhm.
So that's usually what I
Doing tight.
do. But
So I
We'll
think one of
see.
the funnest cursed items I ever put in the game was just a bag of ever or a cape of ever billowing. So cape of ever billowing
Yeah.
used to give you +2 to your charisma. Because you're epic, you're standing there. I had it be a cursed item where A, you couldn't take it off. You couldn't take off the cape, and B, you 50 if you were doing a charisma check, like you were trying to persuade someone or intimidate someone, you did a 50-50 roll, and if you failed the 50-50 roll, instead of giving you a +2, it gave you a -2. Like it basically went from billowing behind you to billowing in your face while you're trying to intimidate someone. I thought that was
I
the
love that.
best thing ever.
It magic carpet you in the face.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. So,
Also, weird rules about Pathfinder and bag of holdings.
yeah.
You don't suffocate instantly in Pathfinder,
You
by the
take
way.
you take dot damage, don't
No. There are 10 minutes of air inside of a bag of
you?
holding.
Interesting.
You can shove someone in a bag of holding for 10 minutes.
Huh. Now,
And
does
once you
that
run out of air, you can attempt to escape with a check.
right, but now does that compound if you shove multiple people into that bag?
I believe it's where there's 10 minutes of breathing air per for a medium creature.
Because yeah, D&D, you
So,
immediately
and
suffocate.
yeah, no, there's 10 like you're actually like um yeah, it is a portal. It's weirdly done because like I had to kind of figure out the rules for it for my area because technically we could have a dimension wormhole. Like but I'm the DM. I do what I want. But no, like it's yeah. There's 10 minutes of air. It's just a big like dimensional pocket that has air in it because like they assume as you open and close the bag, it actually gets air
I mean, that makes
in it.
sense. You wouldn't immediately
So
suffocate in a big tent.
yeah,
So,
so it has 10 minutes of air and after 10 minutes, like so you can stay in there and but you can try to escape like it's like a DC 17 to try and escape it.
right.
Wild. Bag of hold. That's an earth. We should do like a magical item of the week
I don't know what you mean.
for the podcast. We talk about a magic, like we share from either whatever we're playing. We talk about like a magical or wondrous item that we like.
Delta Green doesn't really have that, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's right. Dylan Green don't.
Yeah, I mean, well, I like that it doesn't, but at the same time, it's kind of because it lets you create your magical item. Like I found
Ah,
an alien hand in our last Delta Green campaign. I'm
ooh.
sure that if I had fucked around with it, that it had done something, but I did not. I did the normal person thing and went, "What in the goddamn hell is that?" And I shoved it into a bag that I didn't have to look at it. Yep, pretty much. I was like,
Yeah, just grab it
yeah,
in here and never look at it
yeah."
again.
I tried running a test on it, and then Majestic 12 decided to be dickheads and raid the hospital that I was at. So there you go. But whatever. You know, listen to the podcast if you want to know
DMs
more.
ruining tests of alien hands.
Bastards. What jerks. Not very
Hey,
majestic
there's
of them.
actually a really robust crafting system in uh in Pathfinder, by the way. If you haven't looked into it,
Nope. I will openly admit this. I am not the world's biggest crafter.
I understand the formula
Mm,
so much more than when Maggie was playing the Alchemist. I had no like I could not comprehend what it was. Besides, it was like it's basically a spell book, but for formulas.
yeah.
And but that works for Alchemists, but for actual crafting, it's just like a list of things you know what to make.
Nice.
That's what it is. So
Yeah. Huh,
all types of stuff. I
that's
don't
cool.
know.
Um yeah, I mean crafting, so we have in my very long time D&D I will say tabletop RPG playing game group. We have one person that always plays a crafter. Alchemist, friggin', crafter in Star Wars, crafter in any system that had crafting in it, he would craft That's his shtick. As true as I would be a paladin, he would be an alchemist or a tinkerer or something along those lines where he would get to craft stuff. He was he
Parse
tried to create a Sith alchemy version for the Jedi, basically in the Star Wars campaign that we I thought it was a very cool idea. Basically doing like Sith alchemy, but turning it to the light side. I thought it was a cool idea. And then in this current campaign, he's playing a droid, and he's just a droid crafter. He has a spider droid that he continuously upgrades, and he's a B1 combined with a BX. It's very cool. I find his play style very funny and very fun. I think it's very cool that he likes it.
Is this the guy that was nearest the kitchen?
Yeah, Keanu, the guy with the curly
Yeah,
hair.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
I've never inter
yeah, he's cool. And he just likes crafting. So he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and that's crafting. And it's just as sure as I'm going to do what I want to do, and I want to beat stuff with a stick. That's what I like doing. I'm a beat stick character, and then I will have a shield, and then I will just do this. Aha, you can't hit me, and I will hit you with all the things. That is my playstyle.
it's me in the Baldur's Gate campaign with Tall just going 22 AC, by the way, every time something
Yep,
misses.
yep, 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 pretty much. And then
Miss,
yeah,
miss, miss,
I remember Tavrith,
miss.
my very favorite paladin. I think I ended the campaign with 26 or 27 AC in D&D. And yeah, so we were fighting a dragon.
Wild.
Yep. I So Keanu was playing a crafter, and he's like, "Well, let me just make it so people can't hit you." And he made a necklace that gave me AC. He made me 3 rings that gave me AC. He enhanced my shield to give me AC. And so I would just stand out there. I would just piss off this dragon we were trying to kill, and it would continuously try and hit me, and it would not. It would just be like, I missed, and I'm like, ha 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 ha, 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 just laughing at it. And yeah, and so that's how we took down the dragon is I distracted it. That's all I did. So, worked. But yeah, no. I've had some good times with tabletop RPGs. I do want to try Traveler. I think we talked a little bit about Traveler. I want to try Traveler. Um, a very, very, very cool system. That's the one where character creation itself is like an hour long. Where it's the random
Yep.
rolls and stuff. Yeah. I want to try Traveler. I genuinely want to try Traveler. Knives in the Dark. Now that's a fun one. Very fun, very good for pick up and put down. So if you have a lot of people that are going to be rotating through, Knives in the Dark is the one.
Okay.
You should check it out.
Okay.
Yeah?
I should.
You
I
tired?
should. There's a lot of interest in. I very much tired. I'm so tired.
Yeah, I feel you.
I I feel like I'm running on like no like I apologize to anyone who's watching the video. It's like wow, Rage Cup is just Aaron. I'm Aaron now. Is just super disinterested in everything Wes is saying. I'm
That's
no, it's
that's a
not
normal
that.
Monday.
I'm just like Tuesday though. I'm
Exactly.
just like slowly dying.
My Monday hasn't stopped.
Oh shit. That's not good.
Uh,
You may be asleep tonight, is what it is.
nah. Sleeps for the
Nah.
week. Sleeps for the
I'm
week. God
so weak.
damn it.
I'm so weak.
Yeah. Well, so am I. Uh,
Ah!
so fun fact: have you ever had your heartbeat go 200 beats per minute at a sustained rate?
Yes,
I
actually,
I certainly hope not.
I got how high was it when I had the
I certainly hope
um
not.
I had it really high once because of an anxiety attack, and I feel like it was like 180 or something wild like that because I was having a panic attack at a hospital,
Oh
and they
well.
were just like, "Wow." Um, but at the when it's like it was at least 150 at when I had the infection.
I mean that makes sense. Your body's fighting an
Yeah,
infection.
so
No, I mean, have you ever heard of a cardio version?
no.
Oh well.
This is what you had to deal with?
No, we didn't cardio vert them. They were a kid, so we didn't cardio vert them in the field, but we took them to the hospital. They had a pulse rate of 210, just sustained.
That's
Sitting
wild.
there, just like, yeah, this sucks. I'm like, yeah, it does suck. Let's just take you to the hospital. So,
Yeah, you wanna just go to the
want to
hospital?
go get that taken care of.
Oh my god, all the shorts, like, the one dude is like, the first aid responder dude, and he just always
Yeah.
walks in the door, and he's like, "Oh, shit, what happened to you? Oh, shit, how long you been on the ground for?
Yeah.
2 days?
Days.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, call in the big gun." You
Yeah.
know, it's like, "So here's what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look at ya, I'm gonna go turn your stove off," and then it's like, this person's stove is on for 2 days?
Yep.
What?
Yep. Shit like that happens all the time. But and anyway, so they cardioverted the kid.
What does that mean?
They stop your heart and then they restart it. Your
Oh, they
heart's
did the while you're conscious shocking thing. Is that what cardioverting
no,
is?
well, yes, that is one of the ways that you can cardiovert someone. But they did a drug called adenosine. It
Ah,
Yeah, so the theory is it stops your heart and then you have them cough to restart their heart and it starts it back at a normal sinus rhythm, like 60,
that's
80
like
beats.
such like a bold move, but like it's necessary, but like bold because it's just like, all right, kid, we're just gonna stop your heart really quick. Now cough, cough. It's like normally it's like they're trying like normally a doctor's feeling somewhere else when they ask you to cough.
Yes.
They're not stopping your heart.
Yes.
Uh,
I mean, that is fair. That is quite fair. But yeah,
I wonder what that would feel like.
very painful.
Yeah.
Uh, I've had patients ask to be shocked over getting adenosine.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's how painful that is. That shit don't mess around, I guess. You know. So,
I hope I never have to deal with it,
yep.
Smiles.
I hope that you never have to get a cardioverted. There you go. So, eh, is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, coming back to Pathfinder. Have you looked? Yeah,
What an ADD
what a fucking
conversation. We've been talking about
yeah.
Pathfinder and like magic. Suddenly it's like, have you ever been cardio inverted? No. Anyway, coming
Yeah.
back to Pathfinder.
Have you ever
Like,
heard of
what?
Kingmaker?
Have I heard of Kingmaker? Oh my god, everyone wants to do Kingmaker.
Really?
I want to do a Kingmaker. Yeah, no, there's a lot of people that do. There's also then a person in our chat who's like, I don't want to do Kingmaker.
Well,
They may be typing right now.
so I mean, Kingmaker. It's interesting. It's interesting.
Show you a Kingmaker.
No, no, you will not. And with that bombshell, yeah,
No, it's a super popular.
yeah.
It's the there's like literally stuff. There's like spells and stuff in Pathfinder Second Edition that are only in Kingmaker
Well,
and stuff
yeah.
like that.
Mass. It's probably mass coercion spells or shit like that.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Um.
I have not looked into it.
Yeah. I.
You can buy it on Foundry. You can buy like the whole like everything you need for it.
It just it doesn't spark the interest that other playstyles spark for me.
Honestly, I have no interest in doing non homebrew stuff. Like
Hmm.
I'll use the items from the game. I'll use the rules, but like
I will say that playing Strahd was fun. But it wasn't the book vanilla Strahd. There is a remake of Strahd that's on the D&D forums, and it
mhm.
ups the ante with some things, it gets rid of some things, it adds some things in. It makes it much more gothic horror than the normal Strahd is. And I really liked that. It did a very good job. And it was in a time where our DM was like, "Yeah, I just need to I need to not have to create a world, but I do want to run one." And I was like, okay. And so we decided on that. And it was a good one. It was a good time. I do recommend. I think it's the most acclaimed one for D&D. If
It
you're,
is.
yeah. So if you're looking at trying to run one, I mean, Strahd's not a bad option. I prefer homebrew 99 times out of 100, but that was not a bad experience for me. So,
The only non homebrew D&D thing I'd probably do is would be the Ravnica one for they made like a Ravnica adventure campaign where they
oh,
crossed
nice.
over with magic, and I was like, I I love Ravnica. That is my favorite setting. Like
Yeah.
it's why I like what's the big city planet in Star Wars called? I forget.
Coruscant.
Coruscant. I love Coruscant as a planet. Like it's so wild to me.
You could have
Like
a
it's
whole campaign dedicated to
on
Coruscant.
Coruscant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were like, fuck fuck space travel. We're just going to a planet and we're just going to be on a planet. It could be Coruscant. Now, that's not a Star Wars campaign. That is not what I would want to play in as a Star Wars campaign. It would be a cool campaign, but if I went into it, me personally, thinking Star Wars and I didn't get planetary travel, I'd be pissed off. But if someone came to me and said, "We're going to be playing a Star Wars campaign specifically on a planet," like they'd have to preface that. You know what I'm saying?
That's like one of my cities. My world is literally just designed to be only in that city ever,
I
right?
mean, that would be very cool to have
Like the entire
specifically.
region is a city.
Yeah. It would be very cool to play a medieval campaign where you are confined to a city and its like outskirts instead of being like, all right, we're going to the next city. All right, we're going to the next. Like you're going through this city on a adventure or trying to figure out some sort of mystery. That's one thing that I really want to be able to be good at is I want to make a murder mystery tabletop campaign. I want to be able to pull that and be like, aha, this is how it goes. Fucking righteous. You know what I'm saying? I would
Well,
love to do that.
so I haven't fully figured it out yet, but Critical Role came out with their own game, and it's literally like a detective tabletop game. I don't know anything about it, but like it looks like it has like 1920s like investigative nonsense, something. That's what it looks like. So,
Cool. Well, I mean, what I'm talking about is being able to create a story that does that.
oh, you want a story? Yeah,
Like I want to be able to I want to be able
it's really
to
hard to do.
yeah, it is because you have to wrap clues into not giving away everything completely, but at the same time leading them down a road that is going to lead to the conclusion of this person.
Hmm.
And it's very
Called lore. Put lore everywhere.
yeah, but I
That's what
mean, you
I'm.
get that one piece of lore where it's like, well, obviously it has to be this person, and then it's just the mystery is done. The mystery is done. I want to be able to do the thing
That
where the mystery is not done, and even at the end of the game, you're still going, "Shit, did we
that's
do the right thing?"
that's why you're a DM. Just make it up on the fly.
Yeah, could you consciously say that you could say that I'm going to run a murder mystery and make it
Mhm.
up on the fly and make it
If
be
it's more than one
good?
session, yes. Yeah,
I've tried. It's very hard. I don't think it was very good.
I don't know. I have never done it before. I think I could do it uh, because like it would depend, like it depend on because it just depends on like I have a weird like well you know the meme where you let your players bullshit till they get a TPK, right? Kind of thing. There's that meme. Well, you let your players bullshit until they've made the story themselves.
Sure.
And so if your characters are all thinking it's that person, and there's one person's being like, I think it's this person, you kind of have two options as a DM. You can make it the obvious choice, or you listen to that one person's line of thinking, and then you start adding little bits of like, well, maybe that's right, maybe that's what they're doing, and they're like, well, that could be it. And then like it gets all your players thinking, and then they're thinking for themselves instead of just all doing one thing. Like
But it
that's.
gets you into the situation, and this is what
Mhm.
I have found. It gets you into the situation of
I'm also like really bad at DMing, so.
this. Like, let's say you have that one player's thought process, and you're like, that's a really
Mhm.
cool thought process. And so you start going down that thought process. And then all the other characters go, but here's the logical line towards this guy. Like, how is it not this guy? Like,
Kill that character.
you kill the. Okay. All right. You know what?
I don't know. Either they all say that's like it's if that's a big sip you just took there, but I don't know. It's a lot easier like to do in not like a pure murder mystery setting, like in a setting where like I have my players right now. They don't know what the fuck's going on,
Well, yeah, that's
and half
super
of it is
easy.
just how do we figure out what's going on in a murder mystery way. you'd almost have to put them in the same situation where it'd be like it wouldn't be like a we're all solving this murder mystery. It's like the murderer is still on the loose,
Yeah.
and like we're trying to figure out who it is from all these people, you know. And that's when you like talk to one of your players and make them the murderer.
Nah, I mean, so
I don't know.
I
That's a
have played
bad
in a
bit.
camp. Well, actually, so it can be good. I was playing in a campaign where basically we went into this saying, "Hey, you're going to go into this enchanted blah 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 blah,", blah, and you
Is that a technical
it
term?
is a very technical term. Um, basically, you're going to try and solve this mystery of who's controlling people, and it actually
Jeez.
incorporated some very cool things, such as a Jenga tower. And all we knew is that you don't want to topple the Jenga tower. Well, one of our characters toppled the Jenga tower. Like you'd pull a piece, and on that piece would be a symbol, and per each symbol,
Ooh,
you
that's
get a
supposed.
different thing, like a boon or a bane. And you pull pieces just because because you did something cool or epic. But if you topple the Jenga tower, something bad happens. Well, that person toppled the Jenga tower, and the DM's like, "Well, I have to go into the other room with this person." And they went in the other room, and immediately, it's like, "Well, that person's fucking the bad guy. That person's the fucking bad guy."
Mhm.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And so immediately discredits everything they do from there on out. Now, of course, that's all metagame. So your character has to be this guy is like, "Oh yeah, I think it's great if we go into this haunted fucking mansion. Let's go. I'll go first. That's fine. Yeah, I'll go first." Well, you're at the player, you're going, "You motherfucker, you're going to try and stab me in the butt." That's exactly what you're going to try and do. But
I don't know. I see. I don't like that because like that's dumb. That's obviously that.
well,
See,
the other
I only
thing,
ever pull people into side rooms most of the time is if they roll a super high perception check or like insight check, and then they get to figure something out,
sure.
or if it's their lore and only they know about their
Yeah,
background,
sure.
right? Like that's I would never like pulling in a player from like when you do something else. I don't know. That's also the gaslighty thing that we could do.
Well, no, it's
You
just
pull
like if
them
you roll a
aside after they
natural
break
one,
the
you give
Jenga
them
tower.
all the information.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like you pull them into a like after they do the Jenga time, like you're fine. You just felt like an illusion go over you, but you're fine now. You pull them back, so all the players are like fucking paranoid.
Yeah. Yep. But the other one that I played in, which was a very short campaign, and this was from a very long
Mhm,
time ago. I forget what I think it was. I think it was Fate. I think we were doing Fate, and so we were doing character creation, and the DM basically sat down and was like, "All right, you're going to be the killer. You're the person that killed this person on, like it was a Dresden File Fate like one off, and
mhm.
um we were doing a like kind of a murder mystery where it was like there was a murder that happened, and we were employed to make sure that the right person had been charged with the crime. Kind of a weird kind of thing. And so it was to the point where I was playing with, you remember Malcolm. I was playing with Malcolm. He was a player character, and Malcolm started piecing it together. And he was like, "But that doesn't make sense." And I was like, "But it does make sense because X, Y, and Z." And I kind of hedged him off until like 3 quarters into the campaign where where he was like, "No, something's going on." And so I was like, "All right, well, I have something else to show you." I took him into an elevator shaft, just shoved him down to the
That's
and so
wild.
his character was just gone. His character was just gone. And the other character was like, "Oh, where did he go?" I was like, "I don't know. He's just searching for somewhere else."
Just
And then,
his character took a walk.
and then we just ended the campaign with going, "Yep, the right guy's in jail."
Wow, that's wild.
I was like, "I'm so sorry."
That's wild. That's so I hate that's I don't know. That's why
What?
it's really hard to have a character betrayal, like a player betrayal. It's really hard. Like even if it's set at the start, it's really hard to do right.
Yeah,
I think it's always the way to do it is usually like from what I've seen anyway when it's done right, it's if you have the one like person who's like more teetering on the evil side of things and stuff, you like basically the villain gives them the option, right? Do you want to betray your friend? Like, you always have like another influencing the player. And I think having just like the player be like, I'm the bad guy is the terriblest thing ever.
it worked for that one.
Like it worked for
Yeah,
that one. That's fine. And also, like, you Malcolm and you knew each other pretty well, so
yeah,
it was fine. But, like,
absolutely.
if especially in, like, in a setting where, like, maybe the players don't know each other that well, it's not the best
No,
idea to have
absolutely not.
player betrayal.
Absolutely not. Not if you're first timing. And in general, I don't like PvP in my tabletop RPGs. I really don't. The biggest idea that I ever had, or the biggest what would I the coolest idea for PvP I ever have been introduced to was um like separate campaigns and if they interacted with each other,
Yeah.
you know. But I don't I don't generally like PvP. I really don't.
I also just I don't like things being set up that much. I like look, I have like an outline. I'm the I don't know. This may be the worst DMing tactic ever. Excuse maybe like I don't want to do your campaign or if it is. I don't know. I don't think so. But like I have a very loose story set up that basically just has lore. And then just basically whatever my players do, I just put more things in front of them that's like here's the puzzle and like here's the pieces, here's all you want. Like, but like if all of a sudden like it's like the thing we were saying like with you, like if you suddenly pulled one of the fate cards, put you into a thing of resin, like poof you away, we would have just that the campaign would have gone that way. Like it's
Mm,
just like I'm discovering with the party of six you need more hooks, which is what I'm starting to do. But like it's just like yeah, I have an idea that the campaign will do this, this, and this, and then but when someone goes like, should we go do this or something? And like, yeah, okay, guys, we're doing that. Like,
yeah.
like if someone just has like some crazy idea to do something, like I'll change it. It's not that on rail. Like I'll sweep my entire story aside and be like, all right, they want this, and just start like
Yeah.
end a session early and be like, next week we gotta do some stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I much rather do that than I don't know
Yeah, absolutely.
have like my like set up plan, but a little more foundation.
Yeah.
I'm also learning right now.
Yarp. No,
Wild.
I think that it's very cool that there's so many different styles of tabletop like RPG games that you can do different things
Every
in.
person who runs it can run it slightly different.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the cool thing is that every GM does not have to do the same thing. Look at Delta Green, for instance. We run Delta Green completely wrong. In the book, Delta Green is supposed to be this shady organization that if you talk about it, they're just going to whack you and call it good, you know.
Yeah, we went
But in ours, it's a very like
set up like
mysterious. No, it's like very mysterious, as in like we get our orders from someone, and basically it's like we'll just disavow you, and Delta Green doesn't exist. Like, don't expect any help. Don't expect anything. This is what you're going to go do. If you get caught, you're on your own cognizance. And, like, Delta Green is not an organization. Delta Green doesn't exist. It's very cool.
Elder Green's a dude who mails you things in the mail, sends you things in the mail, or like in front of your door somehow.
Yeah, it's just some insane guy
It's
that
just
just sets these things up and just like is just like there's aliens and then just
it's a couple
runs
rogue
around in an alien
USPS
suit.
employees.
Yeah, he just runs around in an alien suit. It's like, look at the alien. Just, oh, okay. My mentality can't take this. I will say that playing the Cthulhu one, it's an interesting take. I'm not the biggest into. That's not true. I like the Cthulhian horror, but it's not like my end all be all for where I want to be, if that makes sense. Like Cthulhian horror is great. I love the monsters, but just the setting of like 1920s, 30s, like I like Delta Green being more modern. So that's why I like how we're playing Delta Green instead of the Cthulhu stuff. So yeah, it's just personal. Hmm. And I get to play my Star Wars this upcoming Sunday, which will be fun.
Oh, are you coming here again?
No, we're going to be going down south to Kirk's new house.
Yep, Kirk,
Yeah, he's got a
the
new house, and
Kirk,
we're going to break it in with
Kirk,
a
Kirk,
good
Kirk.
game. So it's a good it's a good campaign so far. I really enjoy how Emery's running it. So it's been fun.
I still my one interaction with your campaign was me like getting home from my family thing, and like I don't know what you and Emily were talking about, but like Emery just had the biggest grin on his face of like this is just you guys are going to complete bullshit, and I'm just like Emery. You're not supposed to smile, you give it away."
Well,
He's like, "But I just can't
essentially
help it."
well, essentially, she is she has made a Sith Inquisitor.
Yep, I know.
I have made a Vapad Jedi.
Yep, I know.
Well, it's not a Jedi, a Vapad like Force user, gray
Yep.
middle runner. Um, and she was trying to justify that. Oh, the Empire's fine. I was like, oh, oh, they're fine, are they? Well, my people, the Lasat, almost got wiped out by your fine Empire. Just so you're aware, genocide is fine, is it? You know they subjugate the Twi'leks, which you are, right? I, just facts, mere facts. These are just facts. I don't know what to tell you. So,
It was very funny to
yeah,
just walk into and see and then pour my vodka and leave.
yeah. I was just like, how can you justify? Yeah, anyway, it was very fun. I do like. Comes down to me liking that more than combat. I like the more
I
political,
know.
social stuff.
You really liked episode 1, didn't you?
Episode one of no. Okay, I need you to. How do I block you? Ooh, disconnect.
We could always just end the episode. It's been like an hour and a
I did not
half.
like episode one was fine. Episode one was fine. Not my favorite, but it was fine. No, but like the social stuff in D&D and everything is my preferred. You know,
I know. That's why you play Paladin. You should really, you know what you should do if you like the social stuff? You should play a warlockish character.
why not a
Because
bard? The most
I mean, it's just, but
social of them all.
yeah, but bards are just like, I'm a social person. I've noticed your social, you like having ties to things and stuff when you're
Yeah,
doing it. Like you want to have, you had like, in your campaign of the home, you had like an entity that you got brought here from and
yeah,
stuff. You wanted to be tied to stuff. Like be a warlock, then you don't have to be tied to a god. You're tied to like a deity or like, I like witch in Pathfinder is
yeah.
so much better.
I mean, warlocks are fun. Warlocks look fun. I could explore the idea of a warlock. I just when I looked at him in D&D, I haven't looked at him in Pathfinder. When I looked at him in D&D, I think 3.5 is when I was looking at like different stuff. I really
Oh,
was
shit.
hardcore paladin in 4 and 5. So but I just and then even in 5 I was just like I mean it's cool but if I'm going to play a caster, I'm just going to play a mage, you know, type thing. That's where my mentality went. If I'm going to play caster, I'm just going to play a mage, even though they have one of the strongest cantrips, Eldritch Blast, or
Eldritch
or
Blast!
even Hellish Rebuke. You know, like I, I'm
Yeah, you can get Hellish
I'm
in our
still.
ways.
I mean, yeah, but I'm still just gonna play a mage. You know, so I would take a look at him for Pathfinder. But I mean, if I'm going to play a social guy, I'm just going to play a bard. Going to be a bard. You know.
Diddling. I'm a bard. I
That's
really
how
want
it
to play a
is.
bard with no musical talent and just be like,
You're just so charismatic that people are like, "Oh my god, it's the best thing ever," and then you're just like, Yeah."
plays one of those like Aztec death flutes or something. Like,
Aztec death flute. No, just all you have is just one of those little spinny drums. Yeah, that's just your musical instrument. Uh, but
how not to play a meme character in D&D? Impossible.
impossible.
No, I think I have lots of non-meme characters. Anyway, let's end it there for the day. You think? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good run of it. And after we're getting canceled because of that Chris Brown incident, thank you so much everybody for watching. Huge.
Okay, you can't just say that because someone's gonna think you beat someone. Then
No, I did not beat anybody. I was just talking about how I said I don't like Chris Brown because he beat someone. Anyway,
then you're not.
I heard that from two different angles. Gah. You need a new mic stand. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. We have 3 Patreons to shout out. I don't know how to shout one of
Patron,
them out, but
call him.
what's that?
Say Keith.
Okay, thanks Keith. Thanks Schism. Thanks Snoops. All your support for this absolute demonic shit show is very appreciated. Thank you so much. If you want to listen, you can find us on Spotify or YouTube. And if you are interested in any extra content, you can find us on Patreon at the You Don't Have to Be Right podcast. Anyway, that's Aaron. I'm Wesley. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back. Bye. Say bye, Aaron.
Bye.